welcome, Mad Dog.
Well, welcome, Merrill.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
I'll tell you what, today we are in Sheboygan County in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, where they deliver hundreds of meals on wheels each and every day, and we're going to deliver a great grilling show for you, so stay tuned.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills. All natural Golden Plump chicken, Minnesota and Wisconsin raised. It's golden good. Cherry Delight, a Door County original. Brew Pub Pizza, ingredients for a good time. Healthy, locally grown Wisconsin potatoes. And by Crisp Kraut Sauerkraut, the world's finest sauerkraut.
Well, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We opened the show at Meals on Wheels in Sheboygan County, and we are, tell you what, this is Junipalooza.
Oh, yes, sir, Junipalooza. What a wonderful
week.
time it's going to be.
It is, and it takes place at the Christopher Farms and Gardens here in Sheboygan. And I'll tell you what, it benefits Meals on Wheels of Sheboygan County, and what a great event, what a gorgeous garden setting it is at the Christopher Farms and Gardens. And we've only seen apparently 3%.
I know.
And I can't wait for the tour coming up, and you're going to see a little bit of that too. And it's all thanks to QT Insurance are the sponsors this year. We appreciate it. Wonderful music, Celtic dancing, beautiful steel drums, mariachis, bagpipes, flamingo dancing.
They got it all here.
Jazz.
That's amazing. That's
and
just amazing.
even Chuck from Meatsfield.
Meatsfield.
Thank you.
And you got to ride the train, didn't you?
I did. That was a great
I
time.
got a train here too. I'm jealous already.
Now, Chuck, you make some really award-winning. In fact, you just won National Bratwurst, Smoked Brats.
Yep, Smoked Brat champion.
Congrats.
So we had a good time with that. I was in Milwaukee, and we make over 100 different sausages.
And you know, back when Merrill and I started 33 years ago, it was like, do we want it fresh or do we want it smoked? And there really wasn't even smoked brats back then in the market. It was all fresh as a rule.
Right. Yeah, it's come a long way. People's different changes in their taste buds. They want to get away from the traditional, and we've been making all kinds of different things.
Well, just like Junipalooza here this weekend in June in Sheboygan at the Christopher Farms, we're going to do a little international cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take off a couple of rings, one ring of sausage from Merrill to get it cut. And
All right.
we took some S. Rosen's Party Cocktail Rye. We added some Merck's sharp cheddar cheese on top.
Yep.
And Chuck, what's the Russian sausage?
It's called Ruzewurst.
Ruzelwurst.
Oh, I had that one. I better have it again too.
And Ruzelwurst is a rope sausage that comes out just absolutely delicious. And a lot of times you use it for hors d'oeuvres or just to sample up, I would assume, and cut off into sandwiches if you want to.
Right, just small pieces. You can use a toothpick in your favorite barbecue sauce, or on cheese is a great idea, especially Merck's cheese.
Yeah, exactly right. Good
great
cheese
stuff.
spread, isn't it? Yeah.
Great stuff.
I had a choice between the horseradish or the sharp cheddar, and I chose the sharp cheddar today. So the Ruzelwurst is actually not as coarse, it's more
No,
ground.
it's a more fine ground pork. Basic seasonings are salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks good.
So it's basic, but it's got a good flavor.
And it always comes fresh.
Right.
Always comes fresh. So, and I looked on the website, looked up Russian recipes, and I decided a sweet and sour cabbage would go gosh darn good with it. So we took some wonderful fresh cabbage and I chopped it up, put it in a bowl here. I'm gonna add a stick of Elcam Creamery butter to that. And the recipe calls for about a half a cup of applesauce. So I have some applesauce in there. I'll put the whole container. A little bit of applesauce in there. It calls for, of course, red wine vinegar, about a half a cup.
Oh, nice
Yeah, a little.
start.
I know. Good little bit of sugar over the top of that. A little more red wine vinegar. And the Meals on Wheels program in Sheboygan County is like the ultimate.
It is. It is
It's
unbelievable.
phenomenal.
It really, very, very
It's
state of the art.
State of the art. There's nothing else in the country like it, and it's phenomenal. They have a barcode for each and every person that gets a Meals on Wheels that they serve to make sure they're getting the right recipe, the right diabetic, the right dietitian recipe on there. So we're gonna add some nice little fresh onions over the top of that. The point was we visit their gardens. They got some raised gardens, and I grabbed some wonderful purple basil from there.
Wow.
You
And
little sneak.
so we're gonna add some purple basil. We're gonna place that on top of there. What else did we add? We gotta have some bay leaves in there. The recipe called for a few different bay leaves on the top of that. And because we always change every recipe, I threw in a jalapeno just for the heck of it. And so we got everything in some whole cloves. And I'm
Everything but the kitchen sink.
gonna seal that back up. everything but the kitchen sink. I'm gonna seal that back up. We're gonna put that directly on the grates of the grill, but I'm gonna show you how it came out, Chuck, and it is just absolutely delicious.
Smells good.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm gonna move all this stuff away because we're gonna make a mess. It's National Merrill Clean Up the Cutting Board Day.
National Mess Day, ladies and gentlemen. And who's in charge?
Merrill!
Mr. Messy Cleaner Upper there. You keep on talking. This sausage is unbelievable.
There is our Russian sausage. And let me grab my nice little, oh no, I got my Mietsfeld hot mitts.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What is it?
Custom meat mitts from Miesfeld.
Yes.
You know, it's state of the art. Did you see
Say
what
that
we
10
normally
times.
use? It's usually paper toweling, so thanks a lot, you know.
You moved up.
There you go. Now, if people want to take advantage of your wonderful meat cases, and it is a gorgeous meat case, you're located.
Right on the north side of Sheboygan, right on off of Highway 43, the main drag. We're on Highway 42. So
And-
easy to get to.
And people come from miles around, and you got a website people can look at.
Yep, Miesfelds.com.
And this is that sweet and sour cabbage. And
Ooh.
honest to goodness, with
Wow.
with the
Look
I
at
know,
that.
with the bay leaves in there, and I don't want to cover up.
Look.
Thank you there, Chuck.
Ooh,
Maybe I'll
good
take you
job,
on the
sir.
road instead of Merrill. Merrill's good at making messes.
Yep, yep. You got to clean them up, though, Chuck.
And the smell of that beautiful cabbage with that Russian recipe there is
Wow.
just absolutely delicious. But I think it's time to dig into a little hors d'oeuvres. No, wait. We got to create one more
Yeah,
thing
take
over
your
here.
time.
So, Kransky.
Kransky.
Kransky is
Slovenian sausage.
Slovenian sausage, and they grow a lot of potatoes. They have some great cabbages. They have onions. They have a lot of roots. And so what I thought I would do is take some wonderful crisp kraut, but I took some Wisconsin taters. I peeled them. I diced them up. And let me just show you right here.
Okay.
And I put them in oil, and I got them nice and tender because that was the start I figured I wanted. I want to get the potatoes nice and tender. And I'm going to take our crisp kraut, and I'm going to add that crisp kraut. This is for our next segment. We're going to build something really nice. And I'm going to add some crisp kraut over the top of that and get that nice
Ooh,
and warmed
man.
up.
Looks
I'm going to
good.
grab another whole stick of butter because it is Wisconsin
Got to have butter.
and the Midwest. And we do welcome all the folks from Minnesota and Illinois and Iowa and all those great places. Some wonderful onions over the top of that. And we're going to give that a little stir. And I'm going to create a little with the Kransky, which is more of a chorus.
It's a coarse ground pork sausage, garlic pepper, secret spice, and a little something I can't tell you that's in there. So, you know.
And then the
That's
Irish
just
potato.
good,
though.
By the
It's
way,
good,
we're going to do the last thing. We're going to do Irish sausages, Irish potato.
Yep,
Yeah, and that actually has Wisconsin taters in it.
it does. Yes.
Which
Good
we're happy to
job.
hear.
Thank
Yep,
you,
yep.
sir.
And that's
Thank
more
you.
of a coarse
That's
sausage
it's
too?
a coarse sausage, more on lines like a kielbasa, but a
Yep.
little different flavoring.
Yeah,
It's got a
sounds
little
good.
Irish touch to it.
Yeah, so international sausages, international flair right here at Junipalooza in Sheboygan at the Christopher Farms. I'm looking at that sausage.
Well, you know, I've been snitching a little
bet
bit
you
over
have,
here. Yeah, I
haven't
have.
you?
I wanted you to
Chuck,
keep
will
on
you join
talking.
us?
I will.
Well,
Thank you,
geez, I
sir.
wonder what this sausage tastes like.
We're going to be right back. We'll take a
First bite.
little tour of Yugoslavia.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Hey, Mad Dog here.
And Merrill.
And today we're going to take you on a tour of one of Wisconsin's most beloved places.
No, not Lambeau Field. It's the Merck's Cheese Spread Plant in Little Chute, Wisconsin, home of the original Merck's man.
But speaking of football, did you folks know that Merck sells enough cups of cheese every year to cover 10 football fields?
Yep, that's over 4 million cheese cups.
And here's where it all begins.
Ah, yes, the grinding room, where 40-pound blocks of 100% real Wisconsin cheddar cheese get split into the Merck's spread we know and love.
Merck's uses over 2 million pounds of cheese annually. Blocks of aged cheddar are sent up this conveyor belt to their destiny.
After they're reduced to a more manageable size, Merck's adds other dairy ingredients and flavors, like real Wisconsin beer.
And of course, my favorite, the ever popular port wine. Now, every step of the way, the cheese is tested.
Now there's a good job.
Yes, sir, you missed your calling, Merrill.
Hey, now let's go to the packaging floor.
These guys ship 90 semis full of Merck's cheese spread every year. And believe it or not, not all of them are shipped to Merrill's house.
That's right. In addition to my fridge, Merck's can be found in every state in the U.S.
So travel all you want, Merck's men. your favorite cheese is never far away.
From this warehouse, Merck's cheese spread is loaded onto trucks and shipped out to stores, so Merck's men across the country can buy their favorite cheese.
They put it on crackers, pretzels, and even these delicious recipes.
Like primetime queso,
Man, that sure looks good to me.
or their beer cheese dip.
Easy to make and perfect for the big game.
And who could forget those favorite Merck's cheeseburgers?
A staple for Merck's men everywhere.
And who is that Merck's man?
I'm a Merck's man.
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 We're Merck's man.
And so are we.
That's our tour, folks.
Keep grilling, keep cheering for the home team, and keep enjoying Merck's cheese spread.
Well, folks, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
Boy, I love that Merck's cheese.
Delicious
Oh,
stuff,
good
isn't
stuff,
it?
good stuff.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a website. I want you folks to look up on that website because it is a state-of-the-art, top in the country, Meals on Wheels in Sheboygan. And it's Fresh Meals on Wheels, freshmealsonwheels.org. It's right there across your screen. Do you
Yep.
see it? Freshmealsonwheels.org. And look it up. It's a Meals on Wheels program here in Sheboygan County. And they serve like 80 to 100,000 meals a year.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And they have
It really is.
1,100 volunteers that deliver meals. And it's a state-of-the-art facility that's second to none in the nation. And I'll tell you what, it's locally grown and produced products as much as possible.
I've never seen quite an operation like this.
I swear to you, look it up. Look it up. Fresh Meals on Wheels. And they're the one who this weekend, and if you look up for Junipalooza, junipalooza.com, you're going to see the Christopher Farm, and you're going to see some great entertainment on a day that's phenomenal, and you've got to be here this coming year. Here's another great idea. We just
All
had
right,
Chuck
another
on.
idea, okay.
We just had Chuck on. We're doing some Kronsky.
Kronskis. I know the Kronskis.
You do?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do a Sheboygan style. This is for all you folks that may not be familiar with Sheboygan. We're going to do a Sheboygan style sausage with the Kronskis, with a Yugoslavian sausage. And when you come to Sheboygan, if you don't do it this way, you're in trouble.
That's right.
You take we have a nice little S. Rosen French rolls, and we're going to do a double sausager on top with some wonderful kraut over the top of that. And that's the way they do it here in Sheboygan. As Merrill entertains that.
Oh, good. This is the part I like when I can entertain, you know?
I'm gonna finish our recipe we started with Chuck a little bit earlier. We took some nice Wisconsin potatoes. We sauteed them in a cast iron skillet. I added sauerkraut and onions and butter to that, and they're simmering away right now. And we're gonna fold in some nice fresh apples, and we're gonna serve our Kronsky right in front of you.
Before your very eyes.
Before your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fold in the apples here real quick. Let me grab my Kronskis. We're taking a little international tour of sausages. 33 years ago when Merrill and I first started, there was like bratwurst and that was it. The world of sausages has opened up in eyes, ladies and gentlemen. There's our wonderful Kronskis.
Okay.
Similar to a Polish, similar to a kielbasa,
Right.
but in its own right, it has its own special herbs and spices. Now I'm going to put on my nice little hot mitts here.
Okay.
And I promised I was going to fold in my apples, and I didn't do that yet. Let me just fold these in. And this is a great little Yugoslavian meal that you may want to serve. And if we remember correct, this is National Merrill Clean the Cutting Board Day.
Oh, man.
Now there's a pile right there. That is sauerkraut on there. That's onions in there. That's butter. That's apples. Absolutely delicious. And those apples are just getting a little touch of that warm kraut right now.
Now that is Midwest Grilling. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what Midwest Grilling's all about.
That is Midwest Grilling.
It is. I love it.
There's Yugoslavians in the Midwest? Of course there are.
Oh, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and it's
Yeah.
great. There's Midwesterners everywhere. And I'll tell you what, those are some of the eats that when you come to Sheboygan that you may just encounter. So we're going to be right back with more of Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We're going to take a little trip to Ireland next, okay? Merrill's going to do a little Irish jig in between the break, and we're going to do some Irish potato sausage with some wonderful carrots, just the way they may have done it in Ireland. We don't know. They might have. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll tell you what, all this time we've been talking about Junipalooza. We've been talking about the Meals on Wheels program in Sheboygan. And we've been talking, And we're with Kelly. Kelly, thank you so much for having us here today.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Mad Dog and Meryl.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
And of course, Jay from the Christopher Farms. We appreciate his hospitality very much.
He is very, very generous, allowing us to be here for our Junipalooza event and also to be here to cook today.
And Junipalooza, it sounds like a hoot of a time. Just the name sounds of a
I
hoot.
like Junipalooza.
Junipalooza is everything and more. It is a great time for grown-ups.
Yeah.
When we first envisioned the event, the idea was that it would be like going to Epcot, but with no lines and no children.
Yes!
Boy, no, that's great thinking. I wish I would have
And
thought
when
of
we leave,
that.
we don't have to sit and wait for the ferry to come to pick us up.
No, no.
There's no ferry, and even if we did nothing at Junipalooza, it would be an outstanding day. This property is just one of a kind. It's comparable to any botanical garden in the world that's outstanding. But then we throw in entertainment, we throw in food, we throw in wine, we throw in beer pairings.
Oh.
It's a great day.
Junipalooza.com.
Junipalooza.com.
And you can learn more. Well, so far, and I'm sure you've been watching, Kelly, Ruselwurst. We did a little bit of our wonderful Kranski. We went to Yugoslavia and we did the Kranski.
Oh, that was delicious. So
And now we're doing it's a smoked Irish style potato sausage. And I'm gonna scoop some off the grill because they are plump and delicious. And let's put another plug in for Chuck and his great meat market. And what a great job they do, and the different nationalities. And that is our Irish sausage. Now in Ireland, there are actually potatoes right in the sausage. Isn't that amazing? And so I think, okay, potatoes, sausages, we gotta have some other vegetables, carrots. There's not a vegetable you can't grow in your local garden. In your garden, get at the local produce to market or put directly on the grates of the grill from the grocery store. And I love doing whole carrots on the grill. They are just phenomenal. And I'm gonna grab these babies out.
Oh, good job. He didn't drop one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
And just like this world, just like with Jay, with Chuck, is it John? With John, with Meryl, with you, Kelly, myself, and with Rod, our producer, individuality means a lot. And if you boil it, you spoil it. If you grill it, you put thrill into it. The flavor of individual grilled carrots are just phenomenal from one end to the other, and they're not mishmashed all together as the Irish did with their Irish stew. It's no offense to the Irish.
Yeah. How much for the knife? is
How
what I
much for
wanna
the
know.
knife? That's all that matters in life. The Meals on Wheels program, speaking of fresh and produce, you actually built some beautiful gardens.
We have amazing gardens. They're just a block off site of Meals on Wheels. They're raised bed gardens. It's the Wildwood Garden. It was made possible by the WPS Foundation. It's glorious. A local young man was working on his Eagle Scout badge, worked with the Carpenters Union, built these amazing 50-foot long beds, 18 of them. It's producing a lot of the food that we serve our clients every day. Next week, we'll be putting in more raised beds, and they'll be right behind our building. An awesome
You know what?
opportunity.
It is really something to see. As you know, as we took a tour out, I was at awe because it was just, I mean, what a state-of-the-art facility. I keep on saying state-of-the-art because I've never seen quite an operation like what you have there. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I guess I can't express myself enough, can I?
Well, you did.
I did. It's great.
We've been given a tremendous opportunity to make great meals for people in need in Sheboygan County in the Christopher Family Kitchen. It's a gorgeous place, and we give tours. Give us a call.
And volunteers are phenomenal. You got to have volunteers in this world.
We have been blessed with over 1,100 volunteers
Wow.
in Sheboygan County. Our county has 105,000 residents, so we've really been given a great gift. These people don't get paid, they don't get mileage or a stipend, but they do it out of the generosity of their hearts. So again, very, very grateful to them. The people we serve very often have absolutely nobody else stopping to visit them. So volunteers are immensely important in their lives.
And we watched turkey tetrazzini being made, and it was just phenomenal. I just want to cut one of these sausages open before we take a little short break here and be right back. Just absolutely delicious. I can't wait. We got potato in there. We got wonderful pork, all delicious. We'll be right back to wrap this baby up. Thank you, Kelly. Well, folks, we can only say one thing, Junipalooza. And I forgot to top off with my S. Rosen's rye bread with our nice little Irish sausage. You folks have happy trails, happy grilling. Until we meet again, folks, we'll see you later.
Happy green. Boy, am I full.
It's my turn now. I want to eat. I'm hungry.
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
Fine.
Join the exclusive Mad Dog and Merrill Grillin' Club. Every member receives the official Grillin' Club t-shirt and towel. Discover new recipes, chat with fellow grillers, watch valuable videos, learn new jokes, or submit a unique recipe for a chance to see it on our show. Log in now for your chance to share in the Grillin' Club. Happy grillin'! Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.